Hey guys, my name is Evan Jauga. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is part 4 of the video series that I have planned to do with you guys to say how do you buy a car in South Africa, especially if you are coming from a background where you want to buy a new car, you don't know how to do it, you don't know what is a balloon payment, you don't know how to negotiate interest, you don't know how to get a car insurance, you don't know how to get a tracking unit into your car. How do you navigate these anxieties? So in this video, I'm going to spend most of my time trying to explain the most important parts, which is the financing. But the most important part, which is very, very, very important that all of us need to pay attention to, is the maintenance part. Because guys, having a car, it doesn't just end there by just having the car. You need to maintain it. You need to buy parts. You need to get a mechanic. How do you navigate through all these ambulances? So please come with me as we go through this content where I discuss the issue of maintenance and touch a bit on financing. Thank you. What I want to take you through today, which is video number 4, is that I have spent so much time discussing the issue of financing, the issue of what do you need to do when you're going to a bank or when you're going to a dealership. What are some of the things that you must be aware of? What are the terminologies that you must be aware of? And what are the challenges that you're going to come across when you're trying to get finance or buy a car? Now, so I get a lot of questions, and people ask me about balloon payment, for example. They're like, you never told us like what are the disadvantages of balloon payment. Now, guys, the thing about balloon payment is that it depends on you, and everything in life really depends on you, right? It depends on what is your risk appetite? Depends on what are you planning to do with the car. It depends on how long do you want to keep the car. It depends on what is your income. It depends on so many things, right? But it's only you who can able to answer the question of saying that do I need a balloon payment or do I need a residual value or residual amount? Now, for those of us who are new, balloon payment, what it means that you'll go to a bank and you say, bank, I've got this car which I want to buy is 300,000 rand, right? And the bank will say to you, okay, cool. Based on your risk profile, this is how much we are willing to finance you. So we're going to finance you 300,000 rand, and we're going to give you 14.5% fixed interest or linked interest. Now, obviously, I've spent time on previous videos trying to explain what is the difference between the two, right? Linked interest, it means that if the repo rate goes up or down, your interest is going to be affected. But if it's fixed, nothing happens to your interest. You're just going to pay the same interest or the same installment for the duration of the agreement. Now, so what you need to do or what you need to know when it comes to balloon payment then is that you need to make sure that you understand the terms, right? So which means that they'll tell you maybe we're giving you 30% balloon payment, right? So which means that they're going to say, okay, 30% of this, the money that we're funding you is maybe 90,000. So this 90,000 you're going to pay on your last installment. Now that's very much more important, on your last installment. So what they've done with me, which I did not know, is that on the before the last installment, so I called the bank and I say, "Hey bank, I know that I owe you 90,000 rent, so I wanted to refinance, right?" So refinancing, it means that you're starting up a new loan with new terms or new agreement in terms of percentage, right, or interest. So the bank reached out to me. They said, "No, Mr. Chawi, you don't have to worry now. Um, Wait until the last installment is cleared so that we can able to start on the new agreement." And that's what has happened, right? So actually, before I even went there, I don't know why the banks are like this. They actually reach out to me. They're like, you know what, this is the new installment that you're going to be paying based on the month that you owe us, right? I'm like, oh, you know what, it looks good because I mean, as they always say in the world, it's better than the devil that you know, right? So I think for me, the offers that I'm getting right now, I think it's something that I'm very much more in agreement with. I'm very much more cool about that. So the things that I want to discuss, I think maybe for me today is that um, the issue about buying a car is that it's easy, so it's easy to buy a car, but becomes difficult to maintain the car, right? So one of the things that I've never realized is that, or maybe let's just speak about the first thing that was very major on my car as something that I need to repair. So um, when my car, I think, was still under 190, I think it had how many mileage? Maybe It was around 60, 60,000, right? So I started hearing like this noise, like on the steering, like when I'm rotating the steering. And I found that the reason why there was that noise is because the steering rack was damaged, right? So I took it to the dealer, and then the dealer came back to me and they said that, okay, we are going to repair your steering rack because it's still under warranty. Remember, they gave me what, 3 years or what, for the 5,000? Whichever come first. No, that's a service. Okay, I think they gave me 100,000. Yeah, so I think it's 100,000 or 90. That you can be able to, that your warranty covers for every mechanical part or whatever happens in the car. And during those period, guys, what I want to tell you is that it's very nice. That period, it's a period where you just take your car to a dealership and they just fix whatever problem it is, and then you're off to go. Just fixing the problem, off to go. But by the time that your car is out of warranty, that's where the resistance always starts, because the dealerships now realize that they actually have to claim money from you and you might not agree. So you have to be aware of that. So I took the car to the dealership and I say, then they fix the car, right? Steering rack, give or take 33,000 rand to fix that, right? Good. Within a year, guess what? The gets damaged again, the steering rack, right? And now I go back to the dealer and the dealer said, Mr. Chavke, we have agreed that you're going to fix this car under warranty, but now you have to take money from your pocket. Guys, I had to go from now different dealerships to be able to get diagnosis report. After the diagnosis report, and then I have to send it to the main head office to say, guys, this is what is happening. You guys are saying that you're not going to fix my car because the steering rack is no longer under warranty. How is that possible? Long story short, I managed to get them to fix the steering rack again for me. Thank God. So what I'm trying to say about this is that you have to realize that there are so many things that's going to happen with your car, right? And all these things are going to need money. Now, obviously, some of the things that people opt for is that they opt for maintenance plan, right? Which is very good. I think there's a company called Motorveps, right? Very brilliant company. The installment in that company is very low. Here's the problem: you will never get help. They will never attend to your claim. Motor right, same thing. So if you're considering to have a plan, really, really do your investigation and see that you're going to get a payout when it's time for you to get a payout. Because, guys, I can tell you that that small maintenance that starts coming into your life as the car age, it becomes something that can really, really affect your pocket, right? This month you need to buy maybe brake pads, fine. Next month you're buying tires. Next month you need to buy shock mountain. Next month you need to buy. So all these things that keep on piling. And for me, one thing that I always remember, or I'll always remember, is that you can actually keep one car for the longest time if you can just do one thing. Make sure that you are the regular driver or you're the frequent driver of the car, and make sure that whatever problem the car has, you always attend it. So for most of us, what we do with the car is that once the car have got problems, what do? We postpone. We say, oh, I'm going to fix it. And then that problem, even if it doesn't accumulate to be a worse problem, another problem will just come up. Now you have to fix that previous problem. You don't have money to fix this current problem. So what I always advise people is that when it comes to car maintenance, and this is what I want to speak about in this video, is that you need to decide how you're going to maintain your car, especially if this is a car that you want to keep. But the most important thing is that you need to have money. So most of us, when the bill of the car maybe get reduced, or maybe the interest get reduced and you've got extra money, usually what we don't do is that we don't put money aside for this thing. And I'm telling you right now, a car is going to need money. Actually, especially after 3 years, right? After that 3 year period, it's just starting to dig from your pocket. And if you don't attend it, it's just going to dig more and more and more and more and more. So you've got those options that you can able to attend to, right? Because I think two things become very important after 3 years, which is servicing the car and maintaining the car, right? So you need to decide what are you going to do to address those options. If you don't have something that you have as a plan, it's going to become a very big problem. No matter how small the car is, no matter how big the car is, somehow, somewhere, it need to be serviced, right? So you have to put that in mind. Now, the maybe last thing that I want to talk about when it comes to car maintenance is that try to consult the experts all the times, right? Try to consult the expert all the times. Um, I have been in a situation where uh, I have maybe I've got a maintenance issue, or maybe I've got a mechanical issue on my car. So what am I going to do? You're trying to save money. You take it to the guys that are under the tree, and then they diagnose the car, or they try to do whatsoever, and then you go and get that part. They come and they fit it, then they break something else, right? Now, the cost to repair the car is becoming more than what you would have previously paid if you were willing to go to the expert. So I always say, and obviously sometimes the expert get it wrong anyway. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes the expert can get it wrong. But here's the good thing. When the expert get it wrong, they have got an accountability plan. They can say to you, you know what, I've damaged this. I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to fix it, right? But the person under the tree does not have that. They'll just put the blame back to you, right? Or you're just going to move it from one guy to the next guy to the next guy. So, what I want to say about this video is that when you have that car and now you're in a space where you've got problems and you don't have maintenance plan or whatsoever, it's better for you to put money aside and take the car to the experts than for you to try to fix the car or take it to the guy under the tree, because that never works out very well. It never works out very well. So, that's what all I wanted to say, guys, in the video. To say, having a car is very good, but make sure that you have got a plan to protect it against things that you have not planned for. And you can only do that by having a maintenance plan or having a service plan that can able to cover that. Because sometimes you will not be able to cover all of this thing from your own pocket. So this was um, part 4. Please let me know what questions you would like me to answer by commenting on the video below. See you next time.